prospect has a multifaceted skill set. I mean, excellent court vision, outstanding length, doesn't have elite athleticism, absolutely needs to get stronger, but he's got a lot of game.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Houston. Harden comes in for McDaniels. Howard with it. West picks him up. And Thornton kicks to Howard. Houston moving it around. The dish to Jones. Diaw with the steal. Ginobili misses.
And guys, getting back to Kyle Anderson, not a fit for every system. I mean, he's a guy who needs the ball in his hands to be effective, and he's much more of a facilitator than a finisher at this stage.
Ginobili, good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time. Ginobili's got it back down to within single digits for the Spurs. Harden has a wide open look. The offensive rebound.
And a nice soft touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle a touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
Yeah, but how about the fight there prior to that ball being available? That's what I like and what you need to really focus on when they have plays like that. And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now, here's Howard. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Houston leading by 9. Thornton dishes to Harden. Looking to get back on track here. Harden missing again.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
So he comes up empty, missing both. Now here's Mills, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Six seconds left here in the second. Leonard, no luck.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Rockets ahead, up 5. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Dwight, what's your assessment of the team you're playing here tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move the ball, and they know how to play within the offense, you know. And we've been doing a better job on the defense.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Houston was looking great right away. During one stretch, they were leading by as many as 11, really playing as a unit. And it was a 9-point lead for them as they finished the first quarter. Going through the second quarter, they started to look a bit fatigued, but played well. And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Take a look at what Harden's been doing. He's got 8 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Down low, it's Jones and Howard together. And it's Terry in at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Spurs trail by 8.
Yeah, the Rockets were able to make it to the second spot in the West at the very end of the season. Actually came down to the last day. They could have ended as low as 6 going into the final game.
And for the Rockets, they're shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Harden the pass to Jones. He dishes it to Howard. Jones in the post. He's covered by Leonard. And Jones gets it to go in on the assist by Harden. Spurs shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Green kicks to Aldridge. Duncan outside. On the wing, Green guarded by Harden. Leonard, no luck.
Excellent, really solid job actually by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Kicks it out to Jones. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And they'll keep possession. Ariza dishes to Howard. The rebound by the Spurs.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Green against Harden. Takes the 3. Tony Parker grabs the miss. Spurs trail by 10, all alone, and Green slams it in.
It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
KJ McDaniels, he's checked in for Terrence Jones. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Ano Ginobili's checked in for Leonard. To the inside, here's McDaniels. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Tim Duncan picks one up. It's not really a surprise at this point, but the Spurs were in the playoffs last year. 18th consecutive appearance.
Yeah, and they weren't in that usual top 3 spot, though. Although, had they won the last game, instead of being the 6th, they would have been the 2nd.
Right.
Didn't have that home court advantage, and as they went up against the Clippers, it really cost them in that 7th game.
And against the Clippers, the Spurs didn't have home court advantage. I mean, ended up playing a big part in that series. They ended up losing in Game 7 in state. With some questionable timekeeping, but that's not why they lost.
Here is Harden following the 3-pointer by San Antonio. Dishes it to McDaniels. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard. And that Spurs series sure didn't feel like a first-round matchup. I mean, you could have easily have seen either team playing for the title, regardless of who won the series. Both teams acknowledge that it felt like a conference finals matchup.
The Rockets making a switch here. Thornton's checked in. Spurs also with the sub. Rasul Butler's checked in for Daniel Green. Now, here is Harden. 8 points for him. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at San Antonio. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, there's the Rockets. 6 games out.
And when I look at San Antonio, they have hit the ground running this year. The work they did in the offseason has paid huge dividends right away.
Sure it has. I mean, they came out of the preseason with a real air of confidence. There may not have been many outsiders who believed in them, but now plenty of people do.
Spurs trail by 7. Duncan outside. Kicks to Butler. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Duncan with the screen on Thornton. Parker drives in. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. And it's 8 points for Tim Duncan. Rockets leading by 5. And guys, Tim Duncan still dominant after 18 years. You know, he's reshaped his body. He has gotten a brand new diet, which he says has had a huge benefit. We saw in the playoffs last year, Greg, I think, you know, he probably was one of the top 5 overall performers in last year's playoffs.
No doubt about it. We continue to write this guy off, Kevin, and he just continues to defy Father Time. I mean, there was a point where he was starting to feel the wear and tear, especially in his knees, but being the competitor he is, he decided to dictate to his body rather than letting his body dictate to him.
San Antonio with the ball, following the score by Houston. Here's Ariza, poked loose. Diaw with the steal. Pass to Mills. 1:52 left to play in the third. Launches a 3, and the basket by Brewer. And now a 10-point Rocket lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that.